Folks, welcome to the interior of my MX-5 track car, where today I want to show you the rear view camera that I have set up on this car. Yes, g'day. In a recent video where I had some in-car footage going, a commenter mentioned their interest in the rear view camera that I've got going on in this car, so I thought I'd show you some more detail. If I swing the camera around this way, in essence, sitting in the driver's seat here, we've got the original factory rear view mirror that hasn't really been touched, but if we try and look out of it, the camera doesn't want to focus. There we go, we're getting there. Yeah, I guess the problem is it's all roll cage and camera. Yeah, it's all roll cage. There's not a whole lot to see at the back there. The fastback roof adds an extra layer of height here, and then the roll bar. Yeah, you don't get a lot of vision out the back. I've got tiny little mirrors on either side, so this screen here is my rear view camera, and if I flick it on, you can see the out the back quite clearly. So obviously the question is, how does it all hang together? I've jumped out of the car now so I can talk through all the finer details because it's a little bit cramped in there, but to be honest, the system is actually really relatively simple, kind of a closed loop solution. There's no fancy gizmos here. So in cabin, above the driver steering wheel, is the camera, the screen itself. It's a small sort of, I don't know, 4 or 5 inch display, really nothing special, literally just a cheap China display I've sourced from somewhere. Honestly, it's so long ago I can't remember, but I'll try and find a link down in the for you in the description of something similar. Now it accepts two things: one, 12-volt input to turn the thing on, and two, the video source input via an RCA connection. So really standard stuff. The second thing here is the bracket that holds it to the roll cage. It's completely 3D printed. So the blue piece is kind of a shroud that goes around it, and then there's a clamp that goes around the roll bar. Excuse the poor lighting, it's dark inside the race car. That's literally all the camera has. Now, the 12-volt source is just from a fuse box under the dashboard, and then obviously the feed into the camera, feed into the screen from the camera is out the back. So let's go around here. At the back of the car here, I have this camera, literally just screwed into the bumper. Absolutely nothing particularly glamorous here. It's just a couple of self-tap screws and a little camera. The phallic thing here is the boot latch, if you're curious. So the wires for this, there are essentially two wires. Oh, it's a single wire here, but it splits out underneath. So there's two wires coming out of this. Again, a power source and a video source. That is the two plugs there. The yellow one is the video feed that heads back inside the car. The red one is the power source. It's just a 12-volt signal. That's two wires. So that's just like your typical power plug, and then it just feeds straight off the lights here. So this is the rear light plug for the, your brakes, your indicator, and that sort of thing. I power this off of the park light signal. So that means when the park lights are on the back, the rear camera works. That's how I've wired it up, and I like it that way. Now, obviously between these two, so from the back here to the camera, there is the connection for the video signal. So that runs along behind the inside under the roof here, runs along this sill here, in through this bundle of cables there, up the roll cage. There's a cable tie here holding the cable in, and then it jumps underneath here, and there is a plug there. So basically, that's the only thing joining these two together, joining the camera to the screen here. And it really is as simple as that, just a camera out the back, a screen up the front, some power to each of them, and a cable in between. Shout out down below in the comments if you'd like to know any more details about this car. Happy to share everything that I can, but I need your questions. I need your interest to know what you'd want to see. Thanks for watching.